What's up, football fans? This is Bruno here with the Football Channel, and I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited because we finally have a proper Euro Cup on our hands. Yesterday was we saw two amazing games that I really wasn't expecting to see a lot from those games, given the level of football that we have seen in the Euro Cup so far. The group stage, yeah, it was okay, and the first 2 days of the round of 16 was also okay, but also a little bit disappointing, maybe because in the group stage we didn't really quite have a lot of interesting matchups, except in the group of death with Germany, Portugal, and France. And even in that group, the matches weren't really that great. And Portugal, Belgium, I thought was also a disappointing game. It wasn't a super interesting game, but yesterday we finally got ourselves some amazing football, and it all started with Croatia and Spain. I'm going to start with that game, and I'll do a video on the second game afterwards, because I want to keep these videos short. And man, Croatia, Spain, I'm really sorry if you missed that game yesterday, because it was a fantastic game. And I was expecting that game to be the best game of the day, but I wasn't expecting it to be the bar burner that it ended up being. I mean, we just saw fireworks, and Spain started the game so well. They entered the game really using their possession game to great effect, completely dominating Croatia. But then out of the blue, Pedro passes the ball back to the goalkeeper, to Unai Simon, as a 40-yard pass, and the something unbelievable happens. Unai Simon just completely misses that reception, and it's an own goal, and it's a nightmare for Spain. Um, all their momentum is gone, and in fact, Croatia after that had a couple of chances. They could have gone 2-0 up, and it would have been very difficult for Spain to come back after that. So really a really bad start for Spain overall, even though they played almost perfect football in the first 20 minutes, but they couldn't score. And then that happens. But then, what we saw Sarabia, who was kind of a surprise inclusion for Luis Enrique in this tournament. Even himself said that he was a little bit surprised he got the call up. He didn't play a whole lot with PSG throughout the season. He wasn't particularly impressive in a team with Neymar, Mbappe. Keane had a good season, Icardi, and Di Maria, an incredible attacking side in PSG. Sarabia wasn't a standout, but he is being a standout. He didn't even start the first two games, but he started the third game, and he was man of the match, arguably. And now he was again decisive in this game, scoring the equalizer, and they go into the second half 1-1, and Spain is looking good. In spite of the Unai Simon error. And look, the Spain, they've shown really, really amazing team spirit. De Gea, you saw, he was waiting for Unai Simon at the end of the first half to talk to him, to counsel him, to, I'm sure, make him know that it was okay. Luis Enrique was also supportive, his teammates are supportive. So Spain showing really team spirit there, which was nice to see. And then we had a fantastic, it only got better from there. Spain continued to dominate. They scored two great goals, Azpilicueta and Ferran Torres, and it seemed like it was over. We entered the last 10 minutes of the game, and it seemed like it was over. Spain completely dominating the game, winning 3-1, winning by two goals. And it just seemed like this was Spain's coming out party. And then another unbelievable thing happens. Croatia hits back, scores one goal, scores another goal, and it's 3-3, and we're going to extra time. And Kramaric in the very last minute, I believe it was last minute, almost the last minute at least, he had the chance to make it 4-3, and Unai Simon, redeeming himself, is able to make a great save. And then then we're going to extra time, and all the momentum is gone from Spain. And you think that Croatia has this in the bag, that Spain are defeated, and nothing but that, nothing could be farther from reality. Spain showing an incredible offensive mentality, incredible team spirit, incredible winning mentality, going into the extra time and completely putting on a clinic, dominating Morata, who had been criticized by pretty much everybody under the sun, scoring a fantastic goal, probably the best goal in the game. I mean, fantastic control and a world-class finish from Morata, and that was really the decisive goal that puts Spain ahead in the score sheet again. And then Oyarzabal scores the fifth for Spain, and then at that point that's over in the extra time. But look, this was a fantastic game overall. Spain looking very good now. Probably some people will start looking at them as the favorites. And look, this is not the golden generation Spain with all those amazing players across the board. This is more like a mixed Spain. They don't have a lot of superstars anymore, certainly not in attack. And the quality, the individual quality of these players, I don't think we can really compare them to the best we've seen from Spain, you know, in the Xavi, Iniesta, Sergio Ramos, David Villa, Fernando Torres era. You know, this is a different Spain, more of a mix. You know, we have some old experienced players like Jordi Alba, who didn't start, by the way. That was a surprise. Gaia started instead of him, but Jordi Alba did finish the game because Gaia had to leave because of an injury. But, you know, we have experienced players who were part of the golden generation, you know, players like Alba and Busquets. But then we have a lot of youngsters as well, you know, up and coming youngsters that are not at their peak yet, like Ferran Torres, like Pedri. So it's kind of a weird mix. And then we have guys in between like Morata and you know, De Gea and Koke. But so it's kind of a weird mix, almost three generations in this team, but it's working, you know, it's working. It didn't work in the first two matches, but they've really turned it around. The big doubt that I had, that pretty much everybody had, probably Luis Enrique and even the team had that doubt. Can they turn that possession game, fantastic possession game that they showed against Sweden, against Poland, can they turn that into goals? Can they transform that into goals and be as dominant in the score sheet as they are in the possession stats? And that wasn't the case in the first two games, and it was looking very very iffy. But here we are now, and they scored 10 goals in the last two games. I mean, it's Spain is looking good. The truth is, Spain is looking good, and I think critics will probably give Morata a break after this, and Luis Enrique a break after this, because it was really fantastic, tough game for Spain. But then again, they were facing the runners-up of the last World Cup. And look, even for Croatia, this was a good game. Of course, they would have wanted to proceed to the quarterfinals. They would have liked to advance, but the kind of like fighting spirit that they showed, and playing world champions in Spain, you know, former world champions, multiple former European champions in Spain. You know, Spain is a powerhouse, even if they're not at arguably at their best right now in terms of the talent they have. But, you know, playing Spain in the way they did, and showing all they could do, I think this was Croatia's finest moment by far in this European Championship, even better than against Croatia, because than against Scotland, sorry, because, you know, Scotland is not the same class of opposition as Spain. So fantastic game all around for both teams, and I think that was really the start of the Euros, really. I mean, this game, after a number of disappointing matches, especially Portugal, Belgium, that was really we didn't really see the kind of football that you would expect from teams that have that players of that quality. I mean, Croatia, Spain, it brought us back. I mean, this is this is what football can do. This is why people love football so much. This is why this is the biggest sport in the world. I mean, it was a fantastic game overall. Thanks for watching, and I'll do a different video soon about France and Switzerland. And in about an hour from now, we're going to see France and Germany and England, and that's going to be another great match. All right, take care, guys.